I am going to review this quiz. You should have the quiz in front of you if you were here, and hopefully this will help you understand the scores that you got. The first thing that we notice is that there is an isosceles right triangle, and the hypotenuse is 8 times the square root of 14. So we know that this side over here is 8 times the square root of 14 divided by the square root of 2. Okay, and another way of saying an isosceles right triangle is saying that it's a 45, 45, 90 triangle. So I am going to multiply by the square root of 2 over the square root of 2 so that I can rationalize the denominator, so that I don't have a square root in the denominator anymore. And I end up with 8 times the square root of 28 all over 2. And I just want to show you a very common mistake that students made. So they reduced everything here by 2. So they did 4 times the square root of 14 over 1. You can't do that, okay? You can't take this number and divide it into that. And just think of it like this. Okay? That's how it works. It's almost like this right here is a variable. So you can't divide it by 2. Okay, and we could certainly simplify this. That's 4 times the square root of 28. And we could even simplify that if we wanted to. And I will, just so that you can see. That would be 4 times 7, and that would be 2 times 2. So what we really have is 4 times the square root of 2 times 2 times 7. 2 times 2. That comes out, so we got 2 times 4 times the square root of 7. 2 times 4 is 8 times the square root of 7. So I'm going to go back to the picture. Just a reminder, at any time you need the video paused, just make sure that you ask the substitute to pause the video. If you need more time to write something down or you didn't understand something, just ask to pause the video. Alright, so I am going to get rid of this just so that it's a little bit cleaner for right now. And this right here, that side, is 8 times the square root of 7. So this triangle, we'll call it triangle 1, has an area of base times height over 2, which is 8 times the square root of 7 times height, 8 times the square root of 7 all over 2. Okay, so let's see, 8 times 8 is 64. Square root of 7 times the square root of 7 is 7 all over 2. 64 over 2 reduces to 32 times 7. 32 times 7 is 224. So triangle 1 has an area of 224. But there's 3 of those. So all of the triangles have an area of 672. That's all of the triangles. And so now I need to figure out the area of the circle. Again, if you need more time to write this down, just ask for it to be paused. And the area of the circle would be pi r squared. And that would be 3.14 times 8 times the square root of 14 squared, which would be 3.14 times 8 times the square root of 14 times 8 times the square root of 14, which would be 3.14 times, let's see, 8 times 8 is 64, and the square root of 14 times the square root of 14 is 14. And I think I'm going to go do that on some scratch paper. Alright, so let's go 64 times 14. 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1, 256. That's 896. and then we got to multiply that by 3.14. Let's see, 18 carry the 1, 8 carry the 2, 25. I think this is right. 4, 8 and 6 is 14, carry the 1 and 5 is 6, 15, 23, 5, 21, carry the 2, 7. So 2713.44. Don't forget the decimal here and the decimal here. 2713.44 is the area of the circle. And then we subtract the area of the triangles. And so 1, 4, 0, 2041.44.